And, like Bailey had said, the man had checked out other women, even with Channing by his side. That she was so desperate to have a ring on her finger that she would settle for such a man, the realization made Zane madder. This is simply delicious. Bailey's words intruded on his thoughts. He glanced over at his sister, and his frown deepened. He'd come home to find her sitting at his kitchen table like she lived there. In his current mood, her presence aggravated him. "And what do you think you're doing?" She smiled. "What does it look like? I'm eating ice cream." "My ice cream," he muttered. "How did you get in here, anyway? I changed the locks on my door." Bailey leaned back in her chair and chuckled. "I noticed. Did you forget that I know how to pick a lock, Zane? Bane taught me ages ago, and as far as the ice cream, you only bought it because you knew I'd eat it. You don't even like ice cream, and this is one of my favorite flavors." "They're all your favorite flavors," he said, forcing himself not to grin. The last thing he needed was for her to think he was getting soft. And as far as picking locks, he had forgotten that talent had been just one of the many ways she and their cousin Bane used to get into trouble. Getting up from the table, he headed for the door. "Hey, where are you going?" Bailey called after him. "Since I can't find peace in my own home, I'm going to ride my horse a spell. I'll be gone for an hour or so, and hopefully that will give you time to find someone else to visit." He then walked out of the door and slammed it shut behind him. "Channing, wait up!" Channing stopped and turned around. She smiled when she saw Megan Claiborne walking briskly toward her. Megan had been one of the first doctors she'd become good friends with while working at the hospital 4 years ago, and their friendship had remained intact. Last month, Megan married Rico Claiborne, a gorgeous Bradley Cooper look-alike, who worked as a private investigator in Philly. To divide their time between Philadelphia and Denver, Megan worked 6 months as a doctor of anesthesiology in Denver and the other 6 months at a hospital in Philly. Megan looked different. "Marriage agrees with you," Channing said when Megan came to a stop in front of her. Her comment made an infectious smile settle on Megan's lips. "You think so?" "I know so. There's a radiant glow about you. You seem happy. I mean, truly happy," Channing said. Megan's smile widened. "I am happy, and I have to concur that marriage does agree with me. Rico is the best. He's everything I could ever want in a man." "Then you have a reason to smile and look radiant." Channing was happy for her friend, and she wanted that same happiness and radiance for herself. Long marriages were common in Channing's family. Her parents had been married for more than 35 years, and her grandparents would be celebrating their 60th wedding anniversary next year. Her aunts and uncles had been in wedded bliss for more than 20 years, and her cousins and oldest brother Juan had all been married 8 years or more. When Channing had dated Megan's brother Zane a few years back, she'd believed he was the one. Although he had told her more than once that he never intended to marry, she'd actually thought he'd change his mind. Over the course of their relationship, although he'd never spoken any words of love, his actions had convinced her he had feelings for her. He'd been so attentive, possessive, and protective. She was the first woman he'd invited to his family's weekly dinner gatherings, and the first woman he'd given a key to his place. So, quite naturally, she'd assumed she meant more to him than all the women he'd dated in the past. But as time went by, it became obvious that he had no intention of making their relationship more than the affair that it was. Then, one day, after they'd dated exclusively for almost 9 months, she'd come out and asked him how he saw their relationship evolving. He told her nothing had changed. He never intended to marry. He'd said that although he cared for her, he didn't love her, and never would. She'd appreciated his honesty, but his words had hurt. To protect her heart from further damage, she decided to move on. She wanted more.